Hello traders, faders, and speculators. In today's video, I'm going to give you 5 tips on how to avoid FOMO in trading. And you don't want to miss out because at the end, I'm going to give you a special bonus. See what I did there? Let's dive in. We're going to go through 5 tips and these could single-handedly turn around your performance. Let's jump in. Before we do, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Hit the notifications bell for great content daily. Let's dive in. All right, so what exactly is fear of missing out? Now, this is a really interesting phenomenon where humans think that they want to have something after it's happened and feel that's the best time to be part of it. All right, when you look at being on social media, you want to be a trendsetter. And when you look at kids eating Tide Pods, you want to do it as well, just so you can be part of the trend. Human beings are tribal. And so when something is happening and you don't belong, you want to be part of it and you'll do crazy, unlogical, insane things to be part of the group. So fear of missing out, first of all, is a very human condition and it's very deeply rooted in your psychology and you've been trained to do that from day one. All right. So you got to understand you're fighting against, generations, decades, centuries of conditioning for you to be primal and to be part of a group. This is where fear of missing out comes from. It's an internal and psychological thing. In trading, fear of missing out is when you look at a market, you say to yourself, I should buy it here. And then the little voice in your head says, but it's too risky. You don't want to risk your money. Remember, it's risk management first, have the discipline. And then the trade goes your way while you're thinking all that. And while it was too risky at the beginning, now you say, damn it, I should have been in this position because I could have made money and I'm going to just buy it here. And the moment you do, the market tanks. This is FOMO. Fear of missing out is a known savage and killer of trading accounts. So here's the 5 tips. Tip number 1 for avoiding fear of missing out in trading. All right, this one is super simple. Have a trading plan. If you don't have a plan of what you're gonna do, how do you know when it is you're supposed to do something? All right, if you don't have a plan defining specifically the conditions you need to see to buy a stock or sell it or a future or option, whatever it is you trade, if you don't have a plan, how will you know what you're planning to do? Everything looks like a good opportunity. The trading plan is designed to weed out or filter the trades that are going to be disastrous from the get-go and then leave you only with the ones that we call high probability, low risk trading opportunities. These are according to your plan. If you don't have a plan, everything looks good. And the trades that would have went your way, you fear of missing out. And the ones that didn't go your way, you're going to just say, I wouldn't have taken that one anyways. All right. So without a plan, you really don't know how good you are at selecting high probability trades. Everything looks good. And all the trades that go up, you're going to feel like you missed out and buy the tops on because you couldn't get it here because you were unsure. But when the market goes up here, now it's a good buy because you see it. Step number 1 and tip number 1 is always have a concrete trading plan to avoid fear of missing out in your trading. Tip number 2 for avoiding FOMO in your trading. Realize what your job is. All right. You are a trader. You are an investor. You are a person who in uncertainty and times of uncertainty, you have to make decisions. This means you're making decisions without having all the information that you need. Good friend of mine, Anthony Drager, has a saying, and I absolutely love it, said the most important information we don't have yet. That is the job that you're doing. Therefore, when you think about it, you don't really know where the market's going with certainty. There is no guarantees, and looking for guarantees is a surefire way to find only the trades that end up being stopped out because it's too late. Trading is risky. It should feel risky. It doesn't mean that your job is to avoid risk. It's your job to manage it. So your job as a trader is to navigate successfully in an uncertain environment. And if you're uncomfortable with the uncertainty, maybe this job isn't for you. But think about this. Things that are certain are usually not worth it. There's a reason you get paid a salary at a job because your employer makes more than they pay you out of your contribution. That's just good economics. So either learn to deal with the uncertainty of the situation or find a different job. And in reality, it does come down to it being that simple. The cool thing about having this realization is it changes your trading forever. You're no longer looking to be right. You're no longer looking for the perfect setup. You just find one that's good enough to match your trading plan criteria and you dive right in and focus on the risk management afterward. Tip number 3 for avoiding fear of missing out in trading, and I love this one, it's pretend that you got it. Now, when we miss a trade, what do we say to ourselves? Oh, I could have bought it down here. I should have been making this much money, but I'm not. So let me jump in and at least I have the chance to salvage it right now and to at least be profitable as of this moment. See, the problem with that is you end up buying the tops and getting stopped out on every trade. So what you could do instead to flip your psychology is pretend that you got it. You wanted to buy it at $110, let's say. All right, in your head, pretend that you're long there and you did buy it. Ask yourself now the question, what am I going to do this moment now that I have actually bought it where I was afraid and now I think I missed out on this opportunity? So if I am long and I did get it where I wanted it, what would I do now? Oftentimes, you're going to find that instead of looking to buy that top, now you're actually thinking to sell. You'll say to yourself, hey, I've had it down here. I've got this much profit. It could be $20 a share, whatever it is. And instead of saying to yourself, all right, well, now I'm going to jump in because I missed it, you'll be saying to yourself, well, if I did get it down here, I'd actually be thinking about selling some and taking some profit out of this position. So that's one way to pretend like you're on the team that you felt you missed, or pretend that you're in the trade that you felt you missed. And that's going to give your psychology the peace of mind and the clarity to think about what would I do now? Because at the end of the day, fear of missing out is just trying to do something now to replay your past. And that's not possible. There's no time travel. So instead, pretend you got the trade and it's going to flip your psychology instantly to a winning trader. Tip number 4 for dealing with FOMO in your trading. It's to replay your sessions. Now, this is one of my favorite, and I think hands down the most impactful if you take it serious. And you're here, so you're taking things serious. This tip is all about this. At the end of the day, when you have missed trades or the trade that you will now identify with the benefit of hindsight, at 4 p.m., it's easy to know what you should have done at 9 a.m. or 9:30 when the market's open. So with that hindsight, you know where the key trades were. You knew that this was the best trade of the day because it's already happened. Now, we automatically assume we can't do anything about it, but you actually can. At the end of the day, go back to a replay or simulation of your platform. And if your platform doesn't give you replay capability, get a new platform. All right, you're a professional, you need professional tools. Go back to that trade 10 minutes before it, do your analysis, and replay that trade. Yes, it'll be a simulated environment. Yes, it's really at the end of the day just a game. However, psychologically and subconsciously, you're giving yourself the satisfaction that, hey, I did get this trade. I might have missed it live and I didn't make money, but I got this trade in replay at the end of the day. And what I got away from this trade isn't money, it's way better. And you're saying to yourself, what? There's something better than money? Yes, knowledge. The knowledge that you get from replaying your missed trades after the fact or once the market is closed will allow you to identify that opportunity in the future so you don't miss it. So the knowledge that you get from this exercise is far more important than the money you could have made on the trade, because that knowledge will help you make money tomorrow. That missed trade will not. That's yesterday. Now you're flipping your mindset to be forward thinking, and that forward thinking, gives you the satisfaction that, hey, I didn't make the money, but I got the knowledge. And at the end of the day, if every day you're a better trader and you improve by just a little bit, you're not going to have any fear of missing anything because you're going to be a calculated trading machine, and tomorrow will always be better. And tip number 5 for dealing with FOMO in trading is very simple. That's why I saved it for last. All right, realize this. If you started trading, last week, a month ago, a year, 10 years ago, maybe you started trading 100 years ago, and you're just really a skeleton at the computer, like those pictures they have in the memes. I'm a day trader and I'm 20 years old. Maybe that's you. Maybe you've been trading forever. Maybe you're a dinosaur. However, no matter how long you've been trading and you've been involved in the market, you're always going to have missed more trades than you'll ever take. The market's been around for hundreds of years. And unless you have the secret to longevity for over 80, 90 years old, if you do, email me. I'd like to know. Unless you have the secret for that and you're drinking from the tree of life, you're not going to be able to make as many trades as you actually missed. So the day that you start, you've already missed more trades than you're ever going to be making in your career. And there's nothing you could do about it. How freeing is that? Just saying that relaxes me, right? It takes the weight off of any single trade and allows you to focus on your career and longer term as a trader. So if you combine these 5 tips and really give yourself a chance to think about them and then implement them in your trading, I guarantee you will see a change right now as of this very moment. Hopefully you've had some good realizations. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know, what do you want to learn about next? And what was your favorite tip in the comment section below? And I'll review them personally and send you a reply. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel. Please hit the like button and subscribe and hit the notifications bell. We got great content coming out daily. If you want to learn about options and futures trading, we have a masterclass for you. Check the link in the description and get started today. Till the next video, manage that risk, trade like a trade pro. Take care and goodbye.